evening from Bangladesh. This is Toufiq Zohur speaking, your host. Thank you everyone who are watching this show. And title of our program today is The World of Poetry Recitations in Poet Voice Part 41. Today, our episode is going on 139. Today, 11 December, Sunday. Now it is 9:11 p.m. evening in Bangladesh time. We are first of all we are sorry to say for 11 minutes late because due to some circumstance problem, and our two honorable guest poet today, they will be absent because they are sick today. So friends, we have a slogan: the sky of poetry is one, and poetry has no boundaries. Around the world there are so many poets lives, but their thinking thought are same, that is humanism. Today, for the first time in Uddan Little Magazine platform, we have to invite it two most important poets in Bengali literature in 90s. That is poet Obayed Akash and poet Shanta Marija. For the first time, they are sharing this screen. Thank you very much for joining with us. First of all, I am going to invite our today's guest poet, Mr. Obayed Akash. Now, I am introducing one of the important poet who is from Bangladesh. He is poet Obayed Akash. He is the generations of 90s. He has been published 43 books, where 25 books are poetry. He writes poetry, essay, article. He has been editing most prestigious little magazine in Bangladesh last 24 years. Title of the little magazine is Shaluk. By profession, he is a journalist. He works a literary editor in a renowned daily paper whose name is Daily Sangbad. For his outstanding contribution in Bengali poetry, he has been received some prestigious awards like SSBC Kali O Kolom Torun Kobi Puruskar 2008, Kolkata Little Magazine Library and Research Center Prize 2009, Sanghoti Literary Society Sammanana Padak 2012 from London, Bangladesh Shilpokala Academy Little Magazine Sammanana 2022 a few one. His poem has been translated into French, Japanese, English language and also published anthology in French, Japanese language. Now I am inviting poet Obayed Akash to present his first poem today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, poet Toufiq Zohur. Good morning and good evening. Thanks to Uddan Little Magazine and Uddan Television for this beautiful arrangement on poetry. The world of poetry recitation in poet's voice is very good idea. I feel very happy to see so many poet friends from different countries together. I will read poetry in both my own language, Bengali and English. My first poem, uh, I read my own language. বিসর্পিল প্ররোচনা। পুকুর থেকেই এই মাছ অনাস্থা দেখালো, রসুই ঘর উত্তপ্ত বেহেশত, আরাকান মাছি সমুদ্র পার ডানায় তুলে নাচে। হাউস মেটাতে যারা বিচে যায়, এক ঠ্যাং ঊর্ধ্বে তুলে তটের বেঞ্চিকে বলে তুমি শিরস্ত্রাণ। তারাই জলদি সেচে ব্যাগ ভর্তি নিয়ে যায় ডলফিন চারা। ত্রিমাত্রিক বিরতিতে শরৎটা কেটে কেটে তুলে দিই পথে, একদিকে বুলেটের নখ ও সূচক্র স্তন, কামার্তকম্পিত ভয়, একটা বিপুল তটরেখা ছিল আর নেই এই বিভক্ত শারদে। অনর্থ সাগরে টেনে আনা, দেহক্ষণে হোটেলের ঘ্রাণ সঙ্গমের নুন, বহুকালের প্রাচীন প্রশ্নে সুঠাম নাবিক অর্থে কেনা যৌনতার দিকে উঁচিয়ে তুলেছে ত্রাস। বিকৃত রমণীর গোপন বিষাক্ত ব্যথায় পড়ে সহজিয়া, তবু শুভ্রতাও একাল ওকাল ধরে জাগছে রসিক জনে। অর্বাচীন আবহাওয়া প্রকার আর আমাদের মুদ্রিত মুখস্থ যাত্রা কখনো বিভক্ত নয়। ঋতু আসে আজকাল, চরিত্রের অধিক ঋতুর অবক্ষয়। কাশফুলের বাসনা ফেলে একা কেন সঘন সৈকতে আসি, আরাকান শোকেরাও বোঝে সুইমিং বার্ড সন্তরণ ছাড়া আর কোনো মীমাংসা বোঝে না তো। মুদ্রাঙ্কিত প্রতিটি মাছে রাষ্ট্রের নিচে সভ্যতার বিসর্পিল প্ররোচনা। একদিকে সূর্যোদয়, বিপরীতে জনপদ, কোলাহলে অস্থির জল্পনা। I want to read my one English poem.
Yes, please.
Natural Truth. Natural Truth. This poem, translated from Bengali by multilingual poet and translator Haikel Hashmi. Natural Truth. All stories told my mother were full of natural truths. My mother's every utterance is alive somewhere, either in the deep forest or living in some form of organism in the depth of the sea. I know the words of my mother or even a half sentence of her is not embedded in my memory, but the patabahar and shefali flowers on her grave sends diverse colors and scents every day without fail. I say to them thoughtfully, tell me at every sunset how far my mother's face is spent in the space. Then a few people start crafting praises of their mother's culinary skills. Again, a few of them makes the world very natural by repeating the tales their mothers used to tell. Patabahar, an evergreen plant, Shefali, a fragrant flower. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Obayed Akash, for your beautiful starting. Thank you again. Such a beautiful poem you have to read today. Thank you very much again. Now I am inviting poetess Shanta Maria. Now, I am introducing one of the important poetess who is from Bangladesh also. She is poetess Shanta Maria. She is a popular poetess, essayist, short story writer, novelist. She is the generations of 90s. She is working as a senior journalist in Dhaka Bureau of China Media Group. She started writing poetry from the age of 3. Her first book of teenage poetry was published in 1979 at the age of 9. Title of the book was Gravity. On that time, after published the book, UN Secretary General Kurti Wildheim, Indian Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi, and many other celebrities around the world wrote letter to praising the book. She published 12 books, where 5 books are poetry. Now I am inviting poetess Santa Maria to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, poet Toufiq Zohur, and thanks to Uddan TV for inviting me and for giving me this opportunity to share screen with such a important poet and poetess uh, of this time. Uh, I give good evening and my greetings to all of you today. And yes, the sky of poetry is one, and that is why we are all together here. And I'm first of all, I'm reading my first poem in first in Bengali, in my mother language, and then in English. English translation of that poem. My first poem is Daini Rat, that is Night of Witchcraft. শীতার্ত চাঁদের দেহে মৃত্যুর পোশাক, রাতের বাদুর ওড়ে অশুভ সংকেতে, অমাবস্যার অন্ধকারে চোখ বুজে শুয়ে আছে মৃত চাঁদ, অরণ্যের আবডালে হাসে প্রেতিনীর চোখ, ভূত চতুর্দশী আজ, ডাইনির রাত। লিথি নদী পার হয়ে আজ যদি মুহূর্তের ভুলে ফিরে আসে সেই ক্ষণ, সেই আলাপন, এসো প্রিয়, ফিরে এসো মৃত্যুহীন অমোঘ আদরে, মৃত্যুই চরম প্রেম, অনন্ত বিচ্ছেদ, মৃত্যুহীন জীবনের ক্লান্তি থেকে উত্তরণ কেবল সম্ভব হয় প্রেতের ভুবনে। আজ রাতে জমে যাবে ডাইন আর ডাইনির দেহহীন চেতনা সঙ্গম, নিকষ নিষাদে আজ রাতে প্রিয় আমাদের অশনি বাসর হবে রক্ত নদী তীরে। Now I am reading this poem in English. Night of Witchcraft. Clothes of death on the body of the cold moon, vampire bats flying in ominous sign. The dead moon lies with its eyes closed in the darkness of the new moon, witches' eyes smile in the darkness of the forest. Halloween tonight, the night of witches. If you cross the Lithi River tonight by mistake, that moment comes back the conversation. Come, dear, come back to deathless love. Death is ultimate love, eternal separation, passes from the tedium of deathless life, only possible in the ghostly world. Tonight, the bodiless consciousness of warlocks and witches will merge. In the dark night, our last kiss will be on the banks of the river of blood. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Poetess Santa Maria, for your beautiful starting. Also, thank you very much again, because when you and Mr. Obayed Akash read your poems, that is really touches our heart. Thank you very much, both of the poets who are joining today. Thank you. Now, I am going to, from Bangladesh, I am going to United States of America to invite my friend LeAnne Hunt. Thank you. Now I am introducing one of the important poetess who is from California. She is LeAnne Hunt. She grew up in the Midwest and now lives in the Orange County, California. She is a regular at the Two Idiots Peddling Poetry reading at the Ugly Mug in Orange. Her poem has been published in Cultural Weekly, Spillway, Honey and Lime, and Lullaby of Teeth, an anthology of Southern California poets. She published a blog of writing prompts and apologies at the leannehunt.com. Now I am inviting poetess LeAnne Hunt to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Fig tree. What we eat blooms from our bellies. What lives is born from death. A fig tree grows in a forest where others do not. What lay at its roots? A brother missing for 40 years and sprouting a fig from his belly. He emerged green and sweet from the womb of a cave, burst open with dynamite to let sunlight and rain pour in. A male fig is an inwardly blooming flower that a female wasp climbs inside to lay her eggs and die. The male wasps, wingless, mate and chew a tunnel for their sisters to burst forth into the light to then find their own male fig in which to lay and die. We eat the female figs as a sweet, and any female wasps who wander in are in turn digested by the fig's enzyme glycane. Bellies bloom from death. We eat and are eaten. House ourselves in the cocooning dark. Live and die in bursts of light. Thank you.
Thank you, LeAnne Hunt. I think your sound is some slow. Next poem, when you will be read, please say some loudly. Okay, thank you. Now, from United States of America, I am coming back to India and inviting our friend, poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya. Now, I am introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from India. She is Fullora Mukhopadhaya. She started writing when she was teenager. Her first work has been published in Sandesh magazine. She is the Masters in Bengali Literature in Rabindra Bharati University. She has been published 8 poetry book. She is also a editor of a magazine. She has a organizer. Title of that literature organization is Thanda Barut. Now I am inviting poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Namaskar, good morning, good evening. Thank you, Poet Tofik. It's a wonderful experience, really. Poetry has no bar, no limit. আহ, আমি প্রথম যে কবিতাটা আজকে এখন পড়বো সেটা আমার মাতৃভাষায় এবং তার জিস্ট হচ্ছে হিন্দু মুসলিম ফ্রেন্ডস, উই আর ফ্রেন্ডস, তার উপরে ভিত্তি করে। কবিতার নাম আমি কথা দিচ্ছি। যদি আলাদা করতে পারো ঔরসের রং, পৃথক করতে পারো জঠরের রস, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি আগুন জ্বালাবো, পুড়িয়ে দেব, চিরে দেব সব। আলাদা যদি করতে পারো তোমাদের পৃথিবী, আলাদা যদি করতে পারো চাহিদাগুলো, তবে আমি কথা দিচ্ছি শেষ করব সব। আধখানা হবে আমাদের, আধখানা তোমাদের, একসাথে আর ভাববো না কোনোদিন। যদি আলাদা করতে পারো রক্তের রং, করতে পারো সহজাতগুলো, তোমার আমার একান্ত অনুভূতি, চোখের জলের রং, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি ভেঙে দেব সব, মুখ ফিরিয়ে নেব জন্মের মতো। তোমাদের আর আমাদের শুধু এইটুকুই বজায় রাখবো। হৃদয়ের গভীর থেকে ভাবনা আনো, পেটের খিদের আওয়াজ শোনো মন দিয়ে, কান্নার জমা জল ধরে রাখো হাতে। দেখবে, দেখবে ওদের আলাদা করা যাবে না, রাক্ষস গুলোও হার মানবে তোমার কাছে। আর যদি আলাদা করতে পারো শিশুর কান্না, যদি আলাদা করতে পারো মায়ের যন্ত্রণা, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি ধ্বংস করব সব, ছারখার করে দেব সব স্বপ্ন। আমি কথা দিচ্ছি, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি, আমি কথা দিচ্ছি।
Thank you very much, poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya, for your beautiful starting. For the first time in Uddan Little Magazine platform, we have a international common and well-known face. Our friend Emina Đelilović Kevrić has to join our show. Thank you, welcome, Emina. Now I am inviting Emina Đelilović Kevrić. Now I am introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from Bosnia and Herzegovina. She is Emina Đelilović Kevrić. She is studying Bosnian, Croatian, Serbian language and literature at the philosophical faculty in Janica. She got master's degree on the subject memory construction in the South Slavic interlinear community, typical models of the war camp experience in literature. She has published her writing in the regional magazines and internal portals. She is the author of the poetry collection This Time Without History, published on 2016. Short story collection Erased Life, published on 2021. Her collections of poems My Son and I is awarded by the Publishing Foundation of Bosnia and Herzegovina in 2021. Now I am inviting poetess Emina Đelilović Kevrić to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq, for your invitation and to introducing me so beautiful. I'm so happy to be here for the first time, and I will read my poem, The White Clouds, translated by my friend Imra. The White Clouds. I wake up with the scent of the women who abandoned their homes. On the thresholds they left the traces of old clothes from their children, memories on their first cry, while the sounds of the Muslims' call to prayer and the church bells echoed in the background. My body is filled with memories, while the children's heads are being lost in the high grass of the uncut graves. This is the place where my father's soul moved to the better place. At one time this was her house, says my husband while staring at the debris I'm drawing on the sheet of paper in the refugee camp. Draw the white clouds where your memories live, says the life teacher. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emina, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting poetess Bodina Mohammadrizayeva from Uzbekistan. Now I am introducing one of the persuasive poetess who is from Uzbekistan. She is Modina Mohammadrizayeva. She is a poetess, feature writer. Her poem and feature has been published in local and national newspaper magazine in Uzbekistan. Also published in several books, that is international anthology. A Writers Universe published in USA in 2018, Golden Breeze published in India, Uzbekistan Poesia Moderna, a narrative published in Italy in 2020, 1001 Uzbek Poets published in USA in 2020. Modina's first collections of poem is Orgular Kamalagi, actually the English title The Rainbow of Dream, published. Her second collection of poem is Flower Bird, published in USA in 2018. She writes in Uzbek and English language. Modina also translated from poem from Uzbek to other foreign languages. Now I am inviting poetess Modina Mohammadrizayeva to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, Bangladesh, and also good evening, Uddan TV. And I'm very grateful for inviting me again. So currently, winter all of the world. That's why I detect my first poem is the winter. The snowflakes painting a wild flame. Its coral clothes of the forest, for the white color, kids when it's the snowing both their sleds hair. The files become snow white. The snowman's visited us. It's snowing in my homeland, snow and the white appetite, while brightened the east, the pair had flown in the violet. Thank you.
Thank you, Modina Mohammadrizayeva. You have starting a beautiful poem. Thank you very much again. Now I am reading some viewers' comments. Mr. Mahbub Setu is watching this show. He has written Obinandan. Poet Kushal Bhaumik is also watching this show. He has written Obinandan. Poet Aminul Islam Babu is watching. He has written best wishes to all. Professor and poet Mir Abdul Razak is watching. He has written wishes to all. Aklima Akhi has to written Opinondon. Thank you all who are watching this show. And now the world 37 country and 42 groups are sharing this show. Thank you very much. Now again I am coming back to Bangladesh and going to request to poet Obayed Akash to present his second poem today. Thank you.
I want to recite in English. Uh, the poem name is Beneath the Beard of Appreciative Face. You are playing with both sides of the sleeve on a colorful tetron pillow. The breasts of sky come down closer to iron sheet roof. Nothing is understandable in this excitement except desires of blood. Tumultuous teases from books in attempts of profound pronunciations. Water spins green, accepted all provocations of water. Face of Rabindranath appears across houseful war-torn exercises, lightning languages over Padda board. A rainy season has taken shelter beneath the beard of appreciative face as nothing doing in stopping the freakish eyes. Layers of your reading habits are burning in merciless fire of God due to success of terracotta artworks. This poem, translated from Bengali by poet and translator মাহফুজ আল হোসেন। আমি এই কবিতাটির বাংলা ভার্সনটা পড়ে শোনাচ্ছি একই কবিতার। রসিকজনের দাড়ির নিচে টেট্রন রাঙা বালিশে নিদ্রার এপিট ওপিট নিয়ে ভাবছ। টিনের চালে ঝুঁকে এসেছে আসমানের স্তন, এমন চাঞ্চল্যে রক্তের আহ্লাদ ব্যতীত কিছুই বোধগম্য নয়। প্রখর উচ্চারণ ভেদে বইপত্রের তুমুল উপহাস, কলমি রং মেনে নিয়েছে জলের প্ররোচনা। ঘর ভর্তি রণক্লান্ত অনুশীলন জুড়ে ভেসে উঠেছে রবীন্দ্রনাথের মুখ, বিজলি এসে আশ্রে পড়েছে পদ্মার বটে। যেন কিছুতেই নিচ্ছে না খামখেয়ালির চোখ। রসিকজনের দাড়ির নিচে আশ্রয় নিয়েছে বর্ষা। টেরাকোটার সাফল্যে তোমার বিদ্যাভ্যাসের ভাঁজ ঈশ্বরের অনুকম্পাহীন আগুনে পুড়ছে। আমি আরেকটি কবিতা শোনাবো আপনাদেরকে, সেটি বাংলায় শোনাবো। আমার রিসেন্ট লেখা একটি কবিতা। কবিতাটির শিরোনাম আপনি একটি চকলেট কিনেছিলেন। ভিড়ের মধ্যে থেকে আপনি অক্লান্ত সাধনার পর নিজেকে আবিষ্কার করে ভাবেন আপনি আর কোনোদিন নিজেকে হারাতে দিবেন না। দোকান থেকে একটি চকলেট কিনবেন আর চকলেটের মোড়ক খুলতেই বেরিয়ে পড়বে একটি বিস্তৃত বাজার, যেখানে মাত্র 150 টাকায় গরুর মাংস আর 50 টাকা বেশি দিলেই পুরো সংসারের দায়িত্ব নিয়ে নেবে দোকানি। তখন শুধু মসজিদ, মন্দির আর গির্জা প্যাগোডায় যাবেন এবং 2 হাতে দান করবেন বিপুল বেতনের টাকা। মাসান্তে আপনার বেতনের শেষ টাকাটিতে হালুম হালুম বাঘের গর্জন শুনে পরিবারের সভ্যগণ জানালার গ্রিলে মুখ রেখে শুধু দেখবে বাঘ ও মানুষের যুদ্ধ কতটা শোণিতহীন স্বস্তিময় হতে পারে। বন্যরাজ সিংহের কাছে আপনাকে জমা রেখে বাঘেরা বুঝে নেবে 8 সদস্য পরিবারের ভার। এবার আপনি নিজেকে খুঁজে পেতে পেতে সেই ভিড়ের কথা ভাববেন এবং ভুলে যাবেন পাশেই একটি দোকান গড়ে উঠেছিল এবং আপনি একটি চকলেট কিনেছিলেন। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you very much, poet Obayed Akash, for your beautiful two poem. You have to read two Bengali poem that touches our heart. Really, it was the imaginary poetry. I'm reading some viewers' comments. Mr. Kobir Hossain, poet of 90s, also given us the comments. Watching motionless as two of famous 90s poet from Bangladesh participated today on Of Whom is My Friend Obayed Akash. Poetess Mahfuza Anonna is watching this show. She has written রসিক জনের দাড়ির নিচে আশ্রয় নিয়েছে কবিতা, দারুণ। মাহফুজ অনন্যা অলসো টোল্ড চকলেটের মোড়ক খুলতেই বেরিয়ে পড়বে বাজার, দারুণ। পোয়েটেস মাহফুজ অনন্যা এগেইন গিভ আস এ কমেন্ট, শুনছি। পোয়েট মিস্টার কবির হোসেন হ্যাজ রিটেন চকলেট হৃদয়স্পর্শী কবিতা, আগেও শুনেছি, অনেক মিনিংফুল। থ্যাংক ইউ। অ্যান্ড উই famous singer Nasrin Jahan is watching this show. She has written Assalamu alaikum shobaike. Thank you Nasrin Jahan appa, stay with us and watch the show. Now I am going to invite poetess Santa Maria to present her second poem. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toufiq Zohur. I'm reciting my second poem, first in Bangla, then in English. One of my favorite poem. I'm reading this. তারা খসা রাতের সিম্ফনি। মোমের নরম আলো দুরাগত নক্ষত্রের উষ্ণতায় মৃত্যুকে আবৃত করে। উন্মোচিত হয় জীবনের অনন্ত আকুতি। সময়ের মৃদুল প্রবাহে ভেসে যায় সেই সব তারাখসা রাত, ফাগুন পূর্ণিমা, দোলের আবির। যজ্ঞের আগুন ছেড়ে উঠে আসে সাহা, চোখ মেলে ভস্মীভূত প্রেম। চন্দ্রজ সঙ্গীত বাজে দূর বহু দূরবর্তী জীবনের প্রাচীন মন্দিরে। তখন কেবল রাত, সুবর্ণ রোদ্দুর তখন কেবল স্মৃতি। হরিকেলে অচেনা বন্দরে তখনও নোঙর করে দুধ সাদা ডিঙা মধুকর। পার্বতীর কেশ থেকে ঝরে পড়ে অনার্য কুসুম। ধান দুর্বা সুপারিতে গৃহকোণে আলো দেয় মহালক্ষ্মী ঢাকেশ্বরী। সেই সব নিবিড় নিশীথে নিমগ্ন নিভৃত নক্ষত্রের মলাল সঙ্গীতে কাঁসার থালায় মাটির প্রদীপে রয়ে গেছে আমাদের যাবতীয় বিনিময় শব্দহীন দৃষ্টির স্বাক্ষরে। Symphony of a Starry Night. The soft light of the candle in the warmth of distant stars covering the death, the eternal desire of life is revealed. Floating in the gentle flow of time, those starry nights, springtime moon, festive colors. Fire goddess comes and embraces her long lost love. It shines in her eyes. Moonlit sonata is playing far, far away in the ancient temple of life. Only night then, golden sun then, only memory. Ship was anchored in an unknown port. White sail of ship is showing its glory. One flower dropped from ancient goddess's hair. Old harvest, early touch of winter, and a little lamp in the corner of the house. In those nights, goddess of Bengal used to visit. In the melodious music of the submerged, sickled star, in a bronze dish, in an earthen lamp, all our exchanges remain in the signature of wordless sight. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Poetess Santa Maria, for your beautiful presentations. Before starting this program, I have told that most of the important 290s poet in Bangladesh, they have sharing this screen today. So thank you very much, Poet Obayed Akash and Poet Santa Maria, for togetherly we are sharing this show, and the viewers are enjoying your poems. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting from United States of America, poetess LeAnne Hunt, to present her second poem today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toufiq, for inviting me again. I am so honored and grateful to be here with such talented poets. Glad I snuck in. To my firstborn, a modified Zuitzu begins with an epigraph. Anencephaly happens if the upper part of the neural tube does not close all the way. This often results in a baby being born without the front part of the brain and the forebrain and the thinking and coordinating part of the brain, the cerebrum. The remaining parts of the brain are often not covered by bone or skin. The CDC, Centers for Disease Control. White is the loneliest carnation on a hospital door. Snow is a blanket tucking the ground in good night. After your stillbirth, my doctor warned me against the hot springs. I would be vulnerable to bacteria. Skin is the largest organ of the human body. This is a trick question on exams. No one thinks of organs as external or as tearing so easily. Seaweed sticks can be inserted to absorb moisture and widen an unready door. I'd read what to expect when you're expecting, but was unprepared. With your eyes resting on top of your head, you would never be ready for this world. Years before, I'd married in January during an ice storm. My handmade flower bouquet never arrived. After the ceremony, I-57 was shut down and left the wedding guests stranded. The nurse on duty did not believe I was in labor. You arrived with only your father to hear my screams. You were already gone. I drank sage tea and crushed cabbage leaves to dry up my unneeded milk. I wanted to sleep in a snowdrift to ease the burn forever. We visited Yellowstone just weeks after you died. We'd already planned it. You were there in the pauses, the silence. I read signs and guidebooks. Dogs are not allowed at Mammoth Springs and Yellowstone. They run over the thin crust and fall through to the burning pools, and owners will follow. I slid into a creek the day we got the diagnosis. Your father pulled me to the bank. I wonder if he also dreams of your closed eyes, your small smile, or if he remembers you only before the nurses cleaned and wrapped you. In Mammoth Springs, snow covered the wooden pathway. Even following behind your father, I had to feel my way across. The springs continually shift and open hot mouths to vent. Steam is the only warning. White is a blank space waiting to be filled, a dress to be worn, a flower to place on a box. Thank you.
Thank you, LeAnne Hunt, for your beautiful poem. Again, you have to read. Our Uddan Little Magazine platform team member Marija Stankovic from Serbia. Though she was invited today, but unfortunately she is very sick today. She is watching this show and sent a message for all the participants. Marija Stankovic has told, good to see you all. Thank you, Toufiq, for inviting me to participate in today's show too. Unfortunately, I am got a virus and I am feeling very ill. I am watching you and enjoying your poems and wish I was with you. Sorry for not participating today. Poet Kevrić has to written a comments. Nice poem from California. Nice program when poets from different countries join together in one dais. Thank you, Poet Kevrić, for your beautiful comments. Now I am inviting poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya to present her second poem today. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ, ধন্যবাদ তৌফিক। আমার দ্বিতীয় কবিতাও আমার মাতৃভাষা বাংলায়। কবিতার শিরোনাম শেষ পারাবার। শেষ হওয়ার আগে আরো একবার দেখে নেব শেষ পারাবার। জন্ম মানে একটা জীবন, জন্ম মানে পাওয়া। মৃত্যু হলো নতুন রূপে মহাবিশ্বে তরি বাওয়া। জন্ম মৃত্যু বন্ধু সম, জীবন যুদ্ধের মুখ। জন্ম যদি হৃদয়ে চেনে, মৃত্যু পরম সুখ। জীবন জুড়ে দুঃখ সুখের অসীম হাহাকার। শেষ হওয়ার আগে আরো একবার দেখে নেব শেষ পারাবার। বন্ধু, তুমি মৃত্যু দিনে গোলাপ মুড়ে এনো, জীবন তবুও ফেরাবে না মুখ। বন্ধু তুমি যেন সবুজ হয়ে ফুটবে জানি গর্ভ জোড়া ফুল। মৃত্যু মানে জন্ম হাতে জড়ানো দুই আঙুল। আকাশ জুড়ে দেখছি তবুও নেই কিছু হারাবার। আকাশ জুড়ে দেখছি তবুও নেই কিছু হারাবার। শেষ হবার আগে আরো একবার দেখে নেব শেষ পারাবার। ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you, poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya. Your poem always touches our heart, and we enjoy your poem. Marija Stolovonik has to written another comment. Such a strong poem. Emina is my neighbor, so I am saying a special hello to her, Serbia and Bosnia. Thank you, Marija. You watching. And before the program, Emina also told us that she is your neighbor. Now I am inviting Emina Đelilović Kevrić to present her second poem today. Thank you. Please unmute your phone. Emina, unmute your phone. Thank you.
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Kišni čovjek. Kišni čovjek is name of my poem. Kišni čovjek. Kišni čovjek ima dubok časovnik. U kuhinji moja majka otkida smireno pileće glave. Zagrijavam vodu do ključanja u kojoj ćemo čupati perje. Nabrajat ću volim te, ne volim te dok kidam, dok mislim o kišnom čovjeku. Kroz odškrinut prozor ulazi miris svježe smrti. Kišni čovjek beskonačno ponavlja da je kiša kod kuće, spreman da skoči u ledeno more. Negdje u mašti susrećemo se, želim da mu kažem da ga volim. The Rain Man. The Rain Man has a deep timepiece. In a kitchen my mother chops chicken heads calmly. I heat the water to the boiling point, in which we will pluck features. I will say, loves me not as I pluck them, as I think about the Rain Man. Through the window left ire comes the scents of the fresh dead. The Rain Man endlessly repeats, the rain is home, ready to jump in a frozen sea. Somewhere in fantasy we meet. I wish to tell him I love him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Amina, for your beautiful poem. Really, it touches our heart because we don't understand the language of your native language, but we have to understand your English. Thank you very much for your beautiful poem. Now I am going to, I think Madina Mahammadrizayeva is disconnected. When she will come, I will give her the floor. Now again, I am going to poet Obayed Akash to present. Now I am inviting poet Obayed Akash to present his third poem today. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। আপনি জানেন যে আমার একটি বই প্রকাশিত হয়েছে, সেটির নাম হচ্ছে পৃষ্ঠা জুড়ে সুলতানপুর। সুলতানপুর ইজ মাই নেটিভ ভিলেজ। সুলতানপুর নিয়ে আমার প্রায় ৭২টি কবিতা আমি লিখেছি। আমি সেখান থেকে দু একটা কবিতা আপনাদেরকে শোনাতে চাই। পেন্সিলে আঁকা সুলতানপুর। এই এক রেওয়াজ করতে করতে একটি জীবন পার করে দিলাম যে প্রতিদিন ভোরবেলা উঠে সুলতানপুরের অন্তত একটা করে ছবি আঁকি পেন্সিলে। যেমন প্রার্থনার রেওয়াজ কিংবা সঙ্গীত চর্চার কত রকম রেওয়াজ প্রচলিত আছে। জানি স্ব ক্ষেত্রে তাদের একদিন নির্বাণ প্রাপ্তি হয়। আলোয় আলোয় পেয়ে যান কাঙ্ক্ষিত মুক্তি। অথচ আমার কোনো মুক্তি নেই, নির্বাণ নেই, জানা নেই অবসরের ভাষা। সুলতানপুরের দেহসৌষ্ঠবে এত এত মোহনা, এত বেশি বঙ্কিম সৌন্দর্য আর এত এত অগাণিতিক অনুকম্পা থাকে যে পেন্সিলের পর পেন্সিল শেষ করেও তাকে ফুটিয়ে তোলা যায় না। আর প্রতিদিনের বিরহ, বিলুপ্তি কিংবা নাগরিক রক্তচক্ষুর ছুরি সুলতানপুরের চিরায়ত রূপ ঐশ্বর্যের পাশে কখনো কি রাঙিয়ে তোলা যাবে পেন্সিলে? সরি, আমি আরেকটি কবিতা শোনাচ্ছি সুলতানপুর নিয়ে, পৃষ্ঠা জুড়ে সুলতানপুর বই থেকে। এর নাম হচ্ছে ব্যর্থ মানুষ। তখন থেকেই ভাবতাম সুলতানপুর প্রাথমিক এবং উচ্চ বিদ্যালয়ের ৮-৬০ দেয়াল কিংবা বাঁশের বেড়াগুলো একদিন আর অক্ষত থাকবে না। তাতে অসংখ্য সুপণ্ডিত দরজা বসানো হবে, দেশি বিদেশি বিজ্ঞ প্রাজ্ঞ এইসব বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের দরজা দিয়ে যাতে অনায়াসে বেরোতে পারে এ গায়ের প্রবল সম্ভাবনা। এবং গ্রামের সদর প্রবেশ মুখ থেকে জন্ম নেবে অগণিত প্রধান দরজা, যারা মেধাবী উচ্চাশাগুলোর আসা যাওয়ায় সদা তৎপর হবে। কিন্তু আমরা ভাবতে ভুলে গিয়েছিলাম যে স্কুল কিংবা গায়ের অনায়াসগম্য দরজা ব্যবহার করে একবার কেউ বেরিয়ে গেলে আর কখনো ফিরে আসে না। এবং কালেভদ্রে হঠাৎ কারো ফিরে আসাকে গাঁয়ের মানুষ নাম দেয় ব্যর্থ জীবন। ব্যর্থ মানুষ দীর্ঘশ্বাস ফেলে ধান কাটতে গেলে, গরু চড়াতে গেলে লোকেরা আক্ষেপ করে, হায় রে জীবন। ব্যর্থ জীবন পাখিদের মুখরতা ঘিরে কবিতা লিখলে, গায়েন হইলে মানুষ আক্ষেপ করে, আহারে জীবন। অনেক ধন্যবাদ।
Thank you very much, poet Obayed Akash, for your beautiful poem. You have to read from your signature book, that is Pista Jure Sultanpur. The scenery and the imagination of the birthplace of this poet. He has written 72 poems in this book, and that is the signature book of his life, I think so. And in each poem there is a scenery from his birth, his young place, and his dedication, his studying life, everything he has written, and he has to sketch like a picture. He is drawing in poetry, that is Pista Jure Sultanpur. Thank you, poet Obayed for your beautiful poem you have to read today. Now I am inviting poetess Madina Mahammadrizayeva to present her second poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. Um, Actually, I love winter season. That's why in right now is snowing in my Uzbekistan country, and that's why I'm inspired of to tell my second poem is snowing. Spring is charming with the flowers. Summer is full of fruits. Flowers are the beauty of autumn. Snow is the ornament of winter. If it snows, the grain would be more. The farmers would feel happy about that. It's pleasure, a joy to a soul. It's the sloth for the kids. When it covers the ground, the white for carpet. Mankind would be glad. It inspires of spirits. Thank you.
Thank you, Modina Mohammadrizayeva, for your beautiful poem Snow. You have to read now. Now I am going to poetess Santa Maria. Now is coming poetess Santa Maria to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq Zohur, my brother. I'm now reading my third poem. It's মৃত্যুর সঙ্গে আলাপ, small talk with dead. First, I read in Bengali, then in English. মৃত্যুর সঙ্গে আলাপ। ওই আকাশে মন খারাপের সুর, যাচ্ছি আমি কোথায় কত দূর। পাতা ঝরে ঝরছে অসীম দিন, জীবন থেকে বাতিল প্রেমের ঋণ। মৃত্যু এখন গভীর চাদর গায়ে, ঝিলিক মারে দূর বিলাসিনায়। দুপুর বেলা রাতের তারার খোঁজে, যে চলে যায় সেই তো কেবল বোঝে। অচিন গাঙে এবার দেব ডুব, আরশি ভেঙে মিলিয়ে যাবে রূপ। The translation is small talk to death. The moon in the sky is sad. How far am I going? The leaves are falling, falling for infinite days. Love loan cancelled from life. Date is now in a deep veil. Blinks her eye, looking for the night stars at noon. Only he who lives understands. I will dive in Mariana this time. The mirror will be broken and the form will be merged. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poetess Santa Maria, for your beautiful poem. Again, you have to read. Now, from Bangladesh, I am again going to United States of America to invite poetess LeAnne Hunt to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Poorly understood instructions for writing a sestina, or How to Follow a Life Less Lived, after Mark Bibbins. So what it is 6 years of 6 failures. Every failure ends with one of the same 6 regrets in a predetermined order that changes from year to year. If you want to get technical, those end regrets are called nihilism. Okay, then you have a 3 failure year, or ennui, which is depression in France, or for me, a Midwestern November, black-barked hickory trees, barren under a sodden sky, and even the sun averting its eyes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, poetess LeAnne Hunt. Your every poem there is a emotion and there is a dedication. Thank you very much. Really, we enjoy your poem. Thank you very much. From United States of America, now I am going to Bosnia Herzegovina to invite our friend, poetess Emina Đelilović Kevrić. Now is coming poetess Emina Đelilović Kevrić to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq. The name of my third poet will be Bilješka o strahu. Glave poput čvrstih pupoljaka, bezbolnih na dodir, kotrljaju se niz noćne makadame i govore da ne ide na sjever, da ne ide nigdje, da će krv njena plakati bez prestanka, da će izroditi kopilad i uništiti sveti dom, da će njen otac zamišljati sve one koji su svojom kišom oplodili njenu srž, ako počne da cvati užitak umjesto straha. Uvečer krišom izlazi i posmatra kišu i pada u nedogled. Tajanstveni muž sjeverac ima lice kiše. Notes about fear. Heads firm like buds, painless to the touch, are rolling down the night pavements, saying not to go north, to go nowhere, that blood of hers shall cry without stopping, that she will give birth to bastards and ruin the holy home, that her father should imagine all of those who impregnate her being with their reign, if the pleasure starts the blossom instead of fear. At night he goes out furtively and watches the rain. It falls endlessly. Secret husband north has a face of rain. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, poetess Emina Đelilović Kevrić, for your beautiful poem. You have to read both your native language and also in English. Now I am inviting poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya to present her third poem today. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ তৌফিক ওয়ান্স এগেন। আমার তৃতীয় কবিতা প্রেমের কবিতা। কবিতার শিরোনাম কিচ্ছু না। তোমার কিচ্ছু না কথাটার ভেতর আমি একটা ভারী মেঘ দেখতে পাই, যে মেঘ এক পাঁজর বৃষ্টি বাদল নিয়ে অপেক্ষা করে আছে বহুদিন। একটা ঝোড়ো হাওয়া তাকে জড়িয়ে ধরলেই মুষলধারায় ভেঙে যাবে সবটুকু অভিমান। মুখের গোড়ায় হাসি আর বুকের ভেতর নদীর প্রবলতা। উথলে ওঠা সমস্ত কথা, না বলা কথা, জমানো কথা তোমার কিচ্ছু না কথাটার ভেতর আরো জড়িয়ে পড়বে। আরো গভীর হলো সে মেঘ। আমি শুধু এক নিমেষে তোমার চোখের দিকে তাকাই। তখনও বুড়ো বুড়ো ভাবনারা তোমার ঠোঁট ছুঁয়ে দুহাত বেয়ে নামছে, আর তোমার কিচ্ছু না শব্দরা ক্রমশ আমার বন্ধু হয়ে যাচ্ছে বৃষ্টির সাথে।
Thank you again. Once again, thank you, poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya, for your beautiful poem. Now I am inviting poetess Madina Mahammadrizayeva to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to tell my third poem is my natural language, Uzbek language. She'riyat. She'riyatni juda sevaman. Sevganimdek men borliqni. Chunki satrlarga tizib turaman qalbimdagi his-tuyg'ularni. Qani bo'lib insonga qanot, she'riyatda parvoz etolsa, yo bo'lmasa bugungi hayot she'rlarimda mujassam bo'lsa. Yuragimga yaqin dilkashim, sen ila men taskin olaman. Mening uchun aziz dardkashim, senga dunyo rasman chizaman. Ilhom, ilhom oshnodek bo'lar yana. U turadi ko'zlarin tikib, go'yo menga ajib parvona, shijoatim ketar entikib. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poetess Madina Mahammadrizayeva. I think Santa Maria also agree with me that the Spanish language, the Uzbek language, and the Bengali language, there is a similarity that all languages are very much sweet. Though we don't understand the language of Spanish and Uzbek, but we have to understand the rhythm of this language. So we enjoy very much. I think our beloved brother Obayed Akash also agree with me that this language are very much sweet. Thank you very much. The final round is coming, and I am again going to poet Obayed Akash to present his last poem today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. আমি এখন যে কবিতাটি পড়ব সেটি প্রথমে পড়ছি বাংলায়, তারপর ইংরেজিতে পড়ব। পোস্টমডার্ন বিড়াল। ভীরু কিছু পায়ে ছুঁয়ে ছুঁয়ে যাচ্ছ কান, জানো অসীমতা চিরপ্রবহমান। কিছু ভায়োলেন্ট ঘটে গেছে ইত্যাদি, তুমি আরো জানো নির্ঘণ্ট তথ্যাদি। কত ছবি আঁকো তোমাকে আঁকে না কেউ, নিরিবিলি চাঁদ রাতে ভাসো সমুদ্রে কিছু ঢেউ। আজও মিউ ডেকে ভাঙো পরকীয়া গোপনতা, এত অবগুণ্ঠিত তবু এলোমেলো যথাতথা। তুমি চর্যাপদের হাসি লালনের গৃহব্যথা, আজ রবি ঠাকুরের রোদে শুকিয়ে নিচ্ছ কাঁথা। এটির ইংলিশ ট্রান্সলেশন করেছেন আমার বন্ধু মাহফুজ আল হোসেন, পোয়েট। Postmodern cat. In few timid toys, you are grazing years abound. You know infinity intimately ever floating around. Something violent happened or something else. You know it better with appendix and details. Much you have drawn others, but nobody likes you. In moonlit night rain, surf on sea waves few. Still in muse, keep revealing extramarital secrecy. Too much in evil, nakedly exposed, what a hypocrisy. You are a smile of Charjapada sorrows, of Lalon's sharing, drying decorated quilt nowadays in Tagore's sunshines. ধন্যবাদ।
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much, poet Obayed Akash, for your beautiful poem. Really, it was a new theme, postmodern cat. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting poetess Santa Maria to present her last poem today. Thank you. Please
I'm
unmute
reading.
your. Thank you.
It is unmuted. Is it?
Okay. Yes. Moving on. Move on.
Okay. Okay. My last poem is one of my favorite poem. ওলো শ্যাম, ওলো শ্যাম, তোর কপাল ভালো, আমি আগের রাধা নই গো। আমি শিবের মাথায় জটা হয়েছি, বসন ভূষণ ত্যাগ করেছি, ছাই মেখেছি অঙ্গে। মন পবন আকাশে রেখে অষ্টদ্বারে কপাট মেরে, চিত্ত নাই আর রঙ্গে। ওলো শ্যাম, তুই চন্দ্রাবলীর ঘরে যা, কমল বনে আসিস না, বাসনার বাসা ভেঙে ভুজঙ্গিরে সাধিস না। দিব্যি গেলে বলছি তোরে, আগের রায় যদি হতেম, তোর যোগীর ভরং ছিন্ন করে দাস খত লিখিয়ে নিতেম। নুপুর কাঁকন ছুঁড়ে ফেলে মাতঙ্গী বেশ ধরেছি রে, তোর মোহনবাসী যতই বাজাস, ওই তালে আর নাচবো না। ওলো শ্যাম, তোর পরাণ বাঁচা, এদিক পানে তাকাস না। I am reading this in English. Hey Sham, you are lucky. I don't answer as I'm not that girl anymore. I'm attached to Shiva. I observe the fasting, rub ashes on the body. I keep my imagination in sky, hitting the eighth barrier, no flirtation. Hey Sham, go in front of Chandrabali. Do not come to Lotus Garden anymore. The house of desire is broken. Don't call the snake in winter. If you swear, I will tell you. If I wear the previous rai, breaks your yogi's disguise, I would make you kneel down in front of me. No matter how much you play your charm flute, I will not dance to that beat again. Olosham, save your life. Don't look at me anymore. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much, Poetess Santa Maria. Do not come to Lotus Garden again. Thank you. Such a beautiful and wonderful line you have to read. Thank you very much. Now, from Bangladesh, I am going to United States of America to invite our friend LeAnne Hunt to present her last poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq. Breaking Body begins with an epigraph. Suddenly, I realized that if I stepped out of my body, I would break. James Wright. I would not be limited by my own cellular processes, imprisoned within layers of walls, tiny motors humming on energy absorbed by life. I would be the light I so love to watch shift behind these clouded panes. I would slip into the petals, leaves, wings, their flickering shadows on the grass, knife myself into each blade. I would be the giving and the wanting, and this yearning held within would satiate itself on the thrumming life around me. I would be the pebble, the water, and the outward rippling. I would not step, but float within that surface tension, embody light reflected and light absorbed. Without body, I could break into rain and evaporation, breath and cold air, cloud and piercing rays, all at once and always. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Poetess LeAnne Hunt, for your beautiful poem. Really, it was a rhythmful and lyrical. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting Poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya to present her last poem today. Thank you. Fullora Mukhopadhaya, can you hear me?
Unmute
Okay,
me. Yeah.
thank you.
Um, Thank you once again. It's a wonderful experience, really. আমার শেষ কবিতা কৈনি নিরুদ্দেশ। অনেকদিনই হয়েছে আমি মুক্ত, চোখের সাথে সময় করেছি যুক্ত। সেদিন থেকে ফিরিনি বাড়ি আর, রাস্তা খুঁজেছি নিজের সাথে বাঁচার। মনে পড়ে আমার পুতুল খেলা, দড়ির ছেঁড়া খাটের বুকে প্রথম দু চোখ মেলা। মনে পড়ে মৃত মায়ের গান, আমায় পাগল করে মায়ের মিষ্টি গান। তবু আমি আজও আছি বেশ, আর তোমরা ভাবো আমি নিরুদ্দেশ। হারিয়ে যেতে ইচ্ছে করেছে তাই ছিনিয়ে নিয়েছি আমার জীবন লাটাই। হারিয়ে দিয়েছি নির্মমতার চাবুক, আমি বন্ধ করেছি লালা ঝরা কিছু মুখ। তবু আমি আজও আছি ভালো, আমার জীবন করেছি আধার থেকে আলো। আর তোমরা ভাবো আমি নিরুদ্দেশ, জেনে রেখো এখানে দুঃখ শেষ। রং বেরঙের স্বপ্ন আমার দেশে, আমার রাজ্যে আকাশ মাটিতে মেশে। ফিরবো না তো কোনোদিন ওইখানে, তোমরা থেকো স্বপ্ন ভাঙার টানে। বিষিয়ে দেবে আমার চোখের শুল, ওদের ওই নিষ্ঠুর আর নির্মমতার মূল। আমি কিন্তু আছি আজকে বেশ, আমার এই দেশে নেই দুঃখের কোনো প্রবেশ। মনে রেখো আমি হইনি নিরুদ্দেশ।
Thank you. Thank you very much, Poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya, for your beautiful poem. Once again, you have to read. Our program is watching senior poet Abdul Razak, poet Shain Reza from China. Our friend Ko Kin Tao is also watching this show. Thank you very much for watching this show. Stay with us. Now, I'm inviting to poetess Emina Đelilović Kevrić to present her last poem today. Thank you.
Okay. The last poem I will only read in my language, Bosnian language. Koža, it means skin. Moj muž često kaže da su pijanci najbolji bojači kože. Iz mora izvuku pastelne nijanse umiranja. Kako to zvuči kada se u ruke usele ptice koje žele poletjeti račvastim prošlostima, datumima iz kojih možemo učiti o suncu, bogovima, umirućim ravnotežama. Pod zemljom majčini očevi i njihovi očevi uče kako prekrojiti ime da zvuči životno, pronaći tijelo otporno na nesnosnu hladnoću vražije provincije i ostati sačuvan usprkos smrtima uobraženih vena koje mole za kap krvi. Nikada više nećeš imati pitomo lice bajki, usta svih krajeva svijeta koja moli za spasenje. Nisam to bila ja, nego neka što je čekala, umorna kraj drvenih vrata, da napokon shvati zašto je tako toplo u kući, a djeca potrpana dekama preznojavaju strah, zamišljajući kako da odrube glave trenucima koji ne prolaze tako lako. Koža više ne osjeća kako sunce peče, kako zemlja razlaže zaborav pod hrastovom korom, pod očevim koracima koji dozivaju igru. Obojat ćemo kožu. Moj muž kaže da su pijanci najbolji bojači kože. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emina Đelilović Kevrić, for your beautiful finishing. Finally, I am going to Madina Mahammadrizayeva to present her last poem today. Thank you. Madina.
Thank you again. My last poem is about the rainbow of my dreams. The rainbow of my dreams is the glossary. The scene flows like the river. I want to be compensated for the poetess with love to be generation for Nadra Uwaisi Zulfiya. I want to be the develop for the homeland. I force my young soul for the battles. I wish deserts would not remain in this land. I wish flowers would grow in the gardens joyfully. In Uzbek, orzularim kamalagi. Orzularim kamalakdek serjilo. Tuyg'ularim toshargo yo bir daryo. Bo'lgim kelar she'r ahlining sirdoshi. Uvaysiyu Nodiraning izdoshi. Yosh jonimni kurashlarga qistayman. O'z yurtimda fido bo'lmoq istayman. To qolmasin hech o'lkada hech chollar, yashnab kulsin bog'u bo'stonda gullar. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Madina Mahammadrizayeva, for your beautiful poem. Once again, you have to read. That's the finished our program today. We have started our program when that we have a slogan that the sky of poetry is one. This is our slogan, and finally, in conclusion of the program, we are always giving the floor to our participant. So now, first of all, I am going to giving the floor to our honorable poet, Obayed Akash, to say something about today's program, about poetry. You can speak in Bengali language, no problem, because everybody will be understand. Poet Obayed Akash, now giving the speech only 30 seconds. Poet Obayed Akash.
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। আসলে এই দুঃসময়ে চারিদিকে যখন সারা পৃথিবীটা অস্থির, যুদ্ধ একটা অবস্থা, সারা বিশ্বের অর্থনীতি যেখানে ভেঙে পড়ছে, সেইখানে কবিতার মতো একটি শান্তিপূর্ণ বিষয় নিয়ে আমরা সবাই একত্রিত হতে পেরেছি। এবং উদ্যান লিটল ম্যাগাজিন, আমি লিটল ম্যাগাজিন আন্দোলনের সঙ্গে দীর্ঘদিন যাবৎ জড়িত, এবং উদ্যান টেলিভিশনকে আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাই, এবং ফ্রেন্ড পয়েট তৌফিক জহুর, তাকে আমি আমার পক্ষ থেকে ধন্যবাদ জানাই। এবং যে আমাদের অন্যান্য দেশের যে বন্ধুরা কবিতা পড়েছেন, তাদের অসামান্য কবিতা শুনে ভেরি নাইস অ্যান্ড অ্যামাজিং পোয়েট্রি, আমি খুব মুগ্ধ হয়েছে। এবং থ্যাংকস টু অল, গুড নাইট।
Thank you, poet Obayed Akash, for your beautiful speech you have to deliver. Now I am going to giving the floor to poetess Shanta Maria to say something about today's program about poetry. Only 30 seconds. Poetess Shanta Maria.
Thank you so much. Um, I give. I'm so thankful to Uddan TV because actually poetry is the only thing that can unite the world. We have only one world, and the poets, they must save our world. Only poems and only poets can uh, create peace among all the nations, and we are the uh, persons of one global village. And the poetry, the sky of poetry is one, and under the sky we are the person who can create one unite and one peaceful world. uh, Today, we have heard so much poems from so much different languages. Uh, though we don't understand the language, but we can feel the heartbeat of that poems, and we can feel the rhythm, we can feel the sweetness of language, we can feel the emotions, because humans are all same. Poets are also awesome. Thank you, Uddan TV. Thank you, Tofik Johur. Once again, good night to
Thank
all.
you very much, poetess Santa Maria, for your beautiful speech you have to deliver. Now I am giving the floor to my friend LeAnne Hunt to say something about poetry about today's program. 30 seconds. Poetess LeAnne Hunt. Poetess LeAnne Hunt.
I am so grateful to be included with such amazing poets who speak multiple languages and can create beauty in that resonate across the world. I hope that this program will continue for decades because it's such a wonderful opportunity to hear so much beauty. And I can only regret that I was not a diligent enough student to be able to speak and understand more languages. But you have all given me incentive. So hopefully someday I will understand all of your poems. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Poetess LeAnne Hunt, for your beautiful speech. Again, you have to deliver it for us. Now I am going to giving the floor to Poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya to say something about today's program about poetry. Only 30 seconds. Fullora Mukhopadhaya.
উদ্যান টিভিকে এবং তৌফিককে অবশ্যই সাধুবাদ জানাতে হয় এত সুন্দর একটা অনুষ্ঠান এবং দীর্ঘদিন ধরে করার জন্য, এবং একই ছাদের তলায় এতগুলো ভাষাকে নিয়ে আসার জন্য, এবং আমরা প্রত্যেকে নিজেদের ভাষার কবিতা পরস্পরের সঙ্গে ভাগ করে নিতে পেরেছি। সত্যি কথা বলতে কি, এই যে অনুভূতিটা, এটা 30 সেকেন্ডের মধ্যে বলাটা খুব কঠিন। এটা আমি পরে অবশ্যই একটা রিভিউ হিসেবে লিখবো ফেসবুকে। এবং এখানে প্রত্যেকের কবিতা শুনে হৃদয় একেবারে ভিজে গেছে, ভীষণই ভালো লাগছে। এবং সত্যিই তৌফিক, তোমার জবাব নেই যে এত সুন্দর করে একটা অনুষ্ঠান এভাবে তুমি চালিয়ে যাচ্ছ। আমরা সবাই সঙ্গে আছি, কবিতার জয় হোক, সবাই ভীষণ ভালো থাকো।
Thank you very much, Poetess Fullora Mukhopadhaya, for your beautiful speech. Now I am going to giving the floor to Emina Đelilović Kevrić to say something about today's program about poetry. 30 seconds. Emina.
Thank you, Tufik, very much. I'm very proud to be a part of this great poetry project. I remember that one famous Bosnian poet, Zilhad Ključanin, once upon a time said that for him, poetry is a flower which will grow up despite of all unsenses and world destruction. It's really true, and this is uh, great opportunity to realize that it is really true. We can see so much bad things in the world, but poetry is not a way to escape from the bad world. It's some kind of possibility to oppose to it, to stand by it and understand the world by poetry. So I'm very happy to be a part of this poetry project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Amina Đelilović Kevrić, for your beautiful speech you have to deliver. Finally, I am going to Modina Mohammadrizayeva to say something about poetry about today's program. Only 30 seconds. Modina Mohammadrizayeva. Modina.
Thank you again. Truthfully, this is my favorite poetry program. We are from all country, but poets have the same opinion in things. And I wish this show, which is enters poets from all over the world, good luck and good success. And in addition, I wish the all over the world poets good luck and success future work. And thank you, my brother Toufiq Zohur, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Poetess Modina Mohammadrizayeva, for your beautiful speech. We are just now in the last moment, and I am saying one thing that I am introducing again one of the man. I am telling that the poet, Mr. Obayed Akash, is such a beautiful person and such a beautiful editor. He is last 24 years in Bangladesh. He is editing a little magazine that is the name of Shaluk, and he is doing very much well. And he's such a kind of person. He is giving us so many information about literature from the 100 years or 150 years before. From his magazine we can get the information, and he is such a kind of beautiful poet in 90s also in Santa Maria. I am very much proud today that my generations in 90s also, and two of the legend poetry in 90s togetherly one skin shared today. So I am very much grateful, and also I am grateful Emina Đelilović Kevrić. I was in doubt that she could not join because a few months before I invited one of the poet from Bosnia Herzegovina, but finally she was trying, but she could not join. I was intense that how the Amina will be joined, but finally I am very much grateful to Almighty that she can join, and she is the part. And also thanks to Modina Mohammadrizayeva, she is the part of Uddan Little Magazine online television. She is also our brand ambassador, and I am grateful that last session when I invited her, the before night she drank cold water. After drank the cold water, she could not join. And very young man she is. So I was also intense that if this night again she will drink some water, then she will never be joined. But unfortunately not. Fortunately, she did not drink cold water. She is joining. And last night in 1 a.m. in the midnight, Fullora Mukhopadhaya told me that she could not connect because the StreamYard could not help with us. And finally, she done. And I am very much grateful to my brother, my friend, and I respect him very much, poet Obayed Akash, because to the final full time he is present with us. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next time on another program, and then the bye bye. See you again. And when you go out from the home, please always use the mask because the COVID-19 is not free from the world. So stay safe, and sometimes you do hand sanitization, and always use the marks. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you again. And again I will be invite you another program. Thank you. Good night and good morning to everyone.
Good night.